A lot of games that I look at for in case you missed it have flaws, whether in their gameplay or their marketing campaign. But there's something that always shines through that makes the game ultimately worth playing. And I don't think there's any other game in existence that manages to overpower as many of those flaws as the game I'm looking at this week, Deadly Premonition. Now, it's not easy to succinctly describe this game, but I'm going to go ahead and give it a try. Deadly Premonition is Silent Hill by the way of Resident Evil mechanics, by the way of that shitty game your grandmother bought for you because she didn't know any better. And somehow it works. Everything is just bad enough without being awful that it's tolerable. This game somehow pulls off the whole so bad it's good trope, which very few games can manage. Graphically, the game looks like it belongs on PS2, and somehow it manages to play even worse than it looks, making you contort your fingers in all sorts of fun new ways, all while listening to the same 3 or 4 songs repeat on near endless loop. So, you might be wondering exactly where the good part of So Bad It's Good is at with this game, and it's in the narrative. And that's not to say the narrative is good. It's just so bizarrely constructed that it is undeniably fascinating. You play as FBI Special Agent Francis York Morgan, a loner who constantly talks to himself and has endlessly awkward interactions with everyone else he meets. York, as he insists everyone call him every few minutes, has arrived in the small town of Greenvale to investigate the latest in a series of murders with red petals left behind at the crime scenes. But it's the people that inhabit this cozy little town that really make the game what it is, from the overbearing sheriff who doesn't want you muscling in on his turf to the kind old lady who runs the local hotel all by herself. Everyone has their own little quirks and fun interactions with York, and it's all those individual encounters that really make Deadly Premonition such a worthwhile endeavor, despite and almost in defiance of the murder plot the game is trying to move along. Though even the murders quickly take a turn for the absolutely insane as the game proceeds. It's strange, odd, just plain weird, and sometimes that works to its advantage, to other times to its detriment. But most importantly, it never stopped being interesting. I always wanted to see what was around the next corner, what absurd oddity would await me when I came around the bend. But I was never anxious to get to the next gameplay section, to return to the awful controls and the horrific camera. The best way to approach Deadly Premonition is as more of an experience. Set it to easy and don't look back, because the gameplay part of this game is quite poor, and really just gets in the way of the incredibly fascinating character interactions, and to a lesser extent the utterly confounding plot, both of which end up providing the bulk of the game's entertainment. This game isn't for everyone. It takes a certain kind of person to be able to wade through all the crap. But if you can manage it, there is a supremely satisfying experience to be had here. Every Friday, I look at a game that was either ignored when it came out or has been forgotten since. A game that a lot of people have missed. If you like that idea, be sure to subscribe so you can see the latest videos. If you like this video in particular, be sure to hit that like button, and thanks for watching.